In this video, I'm going to show you the primary editing tools in the Pro Tools toolbar. So up here in the toolbar, you will see three icons, and they are the trim tool, the selector, and the grabber. There's also a frame around these, and if I click that frame, I get all three tools at once. But let's see how they work individually first. So if I activate the trim tool, I can trim the beginnings and the ends of clips, no problem. If I hold the option key down, it's going to flip that trimmer around and allow me to trim like a whole clip very quickly. This is good if you have long files and you need to quickly edit them down into a very small chunk, but that is the trim tool. If I click on the middle icon, that's the selector, and the selector is exactly what it says. It just allows you to select audio or MIDI or video or whatever you have in your session. The grabber grabs a clip and will move it around. Some of these tools have drop-down menus that we're going to cover in later videos, but just for now, if your tools are behaving strangely, make sure that they're on the regular settings, standard trim and time grabber, as opposed to the separation or object grabber or something like that. Now, if I click on the frame surrounding these tools, I get all three tools in one, and this is what I have on pretty much 100% of the time. When I do that, I have access to all three tools depending on where the mouse is. So for instance, when my mouse, and you can ignore that speaker, that happens when I zoom in because I'm pressing the control key. But when my mouse is in the top of an audio clip, it is the selector tool. When it's in the bottom of the clip, it changes to the grabber. That's very handy. You just have to know where your mouse is. Select, grab. If I am at the edge of a clip, it's the trim tool, right? Even though the audio is gone here, it's actually still there. I can trim this back and reveal it again. That's part of Pro Tools' non-destructive method for audio editing. It is worth noting, however, that if there's no audio underlying the clip behind it, I can't trim more. So I'm at the beginning of this clip right now. There's no audio like in the front of this, so I'm limited. I can't trim any more because there's no more underlying audio. There is an additional tool here that you only get with the Smart Tool, and that's the Fade tool. If I go to the top left-hand corner, I can make a fade in. If I go to the top right-hand corner, I can make a fade out. If I go to the bottom of the border between two clips, I can make a crossfade. And you might see this box pop up a lot. One or more fade requests don't have sufficient audio data. That's okay. Just hit adjust bounds. It'll be fine. That's because of what I mentioned earlier about no underlying audio, or at least not enough underlying audio to make that fade happen. Now, with the fade tool, I can also go to an existing fade and sort of hover down here in the corner and then change the shape of that fade. And that is actually pretty cool. So the Smart Tool is what I use almost 100% of the time.